Hi, welcome back friend. Here in this lesson you're going to learn about color correction and color grading in Lightroom. So let's get started. So this is a photo where I was snowboarding a long time back, the hilly Himalayas and the winter season. So this was shot on the sunset, and here the lights are minimal and the background, the hilly mountains are more visible, but there are a lot of shadows in there that hides a lot of information, like hides the person's face, color, and clothes, and a lot of bushes and the trees. So we want to make it more highlighted, more visible, and make this photo good or decent for Instagram and the social media platforms. So you just need to apply few changes to your basic properties and the HSL panel for this color correction. You can also involve a lot of things like camera calibration and other things, but this time it's sufficient to change the values. So I will be increasing the value of shadows because I want the shadowed area to be more visible. Okay, so increasing the value of shadow would work. You can decrease the value of highlights to reduce the intensity of highlighted areas. You can also increase the value of whites and the black areas to make it visible. It's simple because a lot of information is covered into the dark and the shadowed areas, so we have to increase the value. Alternatively, we can either change or increase or decrease the value of whites and highlights. Okay, reducing the value of highlights will imply that we don't want that highlighted section to be super highlighted here, because the highlighted section has been highlighted. We want to balance it. You can also fix the temperature because this photo was shot in the colder winter climate, so it is expected to have this a little bit cooler side of the colors, so make it a little bit blue. You can change the value of HSL individual colors like purple, blue, anything like that. So here we have changed the color of a jacket of the snowboarder. So it was wearing a purple color, and we can change the color to blue. So we can select this thing. This will only affect the individual colors on the photo. Say if you change the value of blue color, only the blue section of the photos will be affected. In a similar way, we want to change the color of the background, climate, the cloud and the snow. We can do so. So let's keep other colors intact. Along with the snowboarder's color, we also want to change the color of the trees to be more vibrant, because the trees are in green and we want to make them more greener, look more green. So we can change the value of green and yellow colors, move them towards the greener side. So as you can see, the leaves are more greener. That means they are in healthy conditions and they are doing photosynthesis and a lot of things. So this have a proper color combination. Color grading means you can emphasize few colors that you want to emphasize and reduce the colors that you don't want. So here I've removed this purple color of the dress and we have highlighted this green color of the trees. Also you got split turning and different other options that you can apply. You can change the value of luminance, the saturation, and different other properties as well. Okay, you can increase the value of saturation, or let's keep it to the default values. You can change the color tone or the tint. Just keep it within the mid ranges. Don't go for the lot of warmer. If you add the warm to the photo, it will balance the blue portions, or if you move to the bluer section, it will have more cooling effect to your photo. Because it was shot in the winter, it is already cool, so no need to change this temperature unless you require it. Increasing the value of exposure will add some information to your photos, and you can decrease the contrast but stay within the limits. Don't increase too much, don't decrease too much. exposure and contrast will affect your photo very dramatically, so don't go for the extreme values. Also, you can change the value for vibrance and other values, the saturation and so on. Just apply changing the values. You can also provide the values by tapping in the number, both negative and positive values. Just increase the saturation a little bit so that it will be visible, or you can reduce. So you can see the impact, what is happening in the photo in the live preview panel in the Lightroom when you apply the changes. And try to also incorporate different other color grading techniques that you require. Just use the properties, enhance the colors, change the values, make it a little bit visible. So first thing is to understand the image, the concept and the philosophy of the image that is shot, and what specific colors you want to grade. So here we want to enhance the color of the shadows and the trees, so that's why we applied this kind of grading. You can apply different techniques in your own image. Keep learning, keep moving ahead.